Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to Life with Sandy. Okay, let's start the day off with an apple and a glass of water. Today is, look at me all. Let's fix this. There, now I look better. In my mind, nobody else's, but in my mind I do. Today is Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday, March 30th. Oh my gosh, one more day of March. But we have birthdays today. Today is Barbara Kingman's birthday. So Barbara, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Barbara. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Karen Owen's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Paula Pammy, or Ranny. I can't read my writing, Paula. Let me look this up because I want to make sure I get your name right. I'm going to screw up somebody's name saying it wrong anyhow, but I want to make sure I get the correct last name. So let me check. Paula Ramey, Ramey. Sister Mary Frances would not be happy with me that I did not have perfect punctuation. But Paula, it is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paula. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. We're a little bit askew here. Let me fix this. I know the clock is in the... I have a really big clock. When I bought it, let's get back to the birthdays. It's also Sydney's birthday, who is Tracy Russell's granddaughter. So Sydney, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sydney. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great birthday. Anyway, when I got this clock, it didn't look that big. Let me show you how big it is. It's later in the afternoon, but let me show you how big the clock is. It is way too big. Way too big for that wall. Okay, I want to show you my big pet peeve about this clock. Jim hung the clock. It's not centered. It is not centered on that wall. Let me back up a little bit. Let me go back. That is not centered on that wall. What he did was, with the door closed, centered it that way. But I don't have the door closed that often. So I think he should have centered it more. It should have went over there a little bit more. What are your thoughts? Am I right or Jim's right? Of course, if Jim's right, I'm not going to let him know. But it's there, and that's where it's going to stay. Sophia was trying to count my clocks the other day when she was here. She was losing count. Anyway, we had such an ice storm last night. Usually they tell us that, we're going to get this really bad storm and we're going to get it. And then it just kind of passes us over. And I was commenting to Danielle Nichole. She's back on YouTube, so check out Danielle Nichole. She's back. She shared a recipe the other day for a Tuscan stew. But anyway, if I remember, I'll leave a link to her channel down below so you can go over there and check it out. But anyway, she lives... I'm not going to say where she lives, but she lives in Michigan, more towards the middle of Michigan, whereas I live more to the east. And usually where she gets hit when there's a storm, her particular area always gets hit. And then by the time it gets to us, it kind of dies out. So we don't usually get it as hard. Last night I was laying in bed and I heard all this racket, all this noise, and it woke me up. And usually I can always wake up, identify the noise, know what it is, and then go back to sleep. So I woke up, I identified that it was the ice storm, it was sleeting and raining, and it was like hitting the windows. I understood all of that, so I thought, oh, okay. So I rolled over to go back to sleep, and I've showed you my bathroom the other day. Uh, there's no ceiling in my shower. Right above it is the roof. So, or the attic part of the, it's still like the attic, but it's like a thin layer of plywood. It's not really that much. But it was like, I had to get up and shut the bathroom door because it was just too loud. And then Jim this morning, I said, boy, could you believe how loud that was? He says, it was raining. I says, no, it was making all kinds of racket. It was like really icy. And I didn't hear anything. It was because he was too busy snoring, probably. So I walk in. It was this morning when I first got up. It was very icy, but it doesn't look too bad now. But it's supposed to rain this afternoon, so we'll see how that. I don't know how that's going to go. And then I'm really back and forth on the shower door. I really kind of want the shower door, but so many people have told me about this Dawn power wash. I've never heard of it. I'm going to have to look into it. Where you put some Dawn and a Dawn power wash with some vinegar and some water or something else. I have the recipe, as they say. I copied it from Sue Warren, had sent me the recipe. But a lot of people have said that they use the Dawn with baking soda too, I think they said. So that's my only drawback to the shower door. Also, I hate to dwell on the fact that I'm getting older. It's like when you're watching a TV show and you can just turn it back, you can rewind it, or you can watch an old movie from years and years ago. There's a lot of times I wish I could just go back and start to live my life again, knowing what I know now. Definitely knowing what I know now. But, and I know that that's just not possible, but sometimes I just kind of think that, I should be able to hit the rewind button. And that's just not how life works. So, and I don't want to fast forward too far. So I kind of have to stay right where I'm at right now. And I guess that's fine. But why did I go on this train of thought? Oh, because of the shower door. I want to make sure that a walker, isn't that terrible? Isn't that terrible? I'm only 71. But to have a walker so that I can make sure I can get in. Let me see who this is. No. They can leave a massage. So you get to hear my little ringing on because I have my Apple Watch. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, to make sure that I can get, with the shower door, if I pulled the shower door over, that I could put a walker in there and be able to, my shower is wide enough that I would be able to, turn around and everything. But I hate thinking of that. And then I just saw on the news this morning that Bruce Willis is suffering from aphasia, something, where he has a problem with short-term memory and cognitive skills, and he's not able to talk. And it just shows you, no matter how rich or famous you are, that you still have the everyday problems that everyday people have. But I feel so bad for him. And he's younger than me. I mean, he's like 67, I think. So, as much as we don't like to plan for thinking that we're getting older, it's a reality of life. It's not one I really am ready to face yet. Sandy, you're 71. I think it's time you start facing it. But I find that I just can't believe that I'm 71. I just can't. I don't feel like I'm 71. I mean, there's days when my balance is off a little bit that I do kind of feel that, you're getting older. It's getting a little bit harder. But I just don't want to get to the point that people treat me like I'm an old person. I know I need help with a lot of things as far as my balance goes. I know that. But it bothers me when I have to accept help. That's just who I am. I have a hard time accepting help from people. And I'll always accept helpful criticism, always. I always do. But things that make me feel old kind of they kind of bother me. They really do kind of bother me. And I'm trying to overcome that because everybody reaches a point in their life where they're going to need some assistance of some sort. And I'm just not ready to feel that I'm there. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I've gained back so much of my weight. I wonder if I still was 30 pounds lighter, if I wouldn't have gained these 30 pounds, would my balance still be off? Does that have something to do with it? Would my attitude be a little bit different? Because when I was really so close to Wonderland, I had really a really positive attitude. And it's not that I don't have a positive attitude now, because I do have a very positive attitude. And I know this sounds kind of doom and gloom, and I don't mean it to sound that way. I'm just like, what I love about YouTube is that I can just express myself and just get it out there and just say it. Because sometimes you think these thoughts, but if you don't say them out loud, that they kind of get buried or something. I just so want to do so much better, but I'm just like, I'm not like I'm like at a plateau right now as far as, do I want to move forward or do I want to stay where I'm at? And 95% of me wants to move forward, but that 5% gets back to thinking, well, you're 71. Maybe this is what you're going to weigh. And then the 95% say, just think, you could be enhancing your life so much more if you were a little bit more optimistic. I know this sounds like a really pessimist kind of video, and I don't mean it to sound that way. But I just think that I want it all, and I want it now. And that's just not the way life works. That's just not the way life works. And you can want it all you want, but unless you try and work and really try hard to do it, you're not going to accomplish anything. So that's what I'm trying to do. One of the reasons I changed my channel name from Let's Get Fit with Sandy to Life with Sandy is because I think that I can share more of my life with you. Not that I never did. My family tells me I don't have an edit button. So that's just something that's never going to happen. I'll never have an edit button. I know that. But I think that I can, part of me thinks, well, since I changed my channel name, I'm a little bit more relaxed. I'm not so dwelling on my weight so much. I'm not dwelling on losing weight. And I'm just enjoying my life because this is my life. But then part of me thinks if you stayed with Let's Get Fit with Sandy, which I have no intentions of going back to, I'll make that really clear. I'm keeping my channel name Life with Sandy because I think that's more appropriate for what I am. But I just felt so much like a hypocrite that let's get fit. Come on, let's get fit with Sandy. And then Sandy wasn't getting fit. Sandy was gaining weight. And so I think that since I've got back into the mindset of Life with Sandy, that you can see my ups and downs, see my everyday life, how it is. Hopefully the weather's going to click and I'll be out more, getting outside more. And it's just this period of the season. I always just kind of like, the winter's gone, but the spring is just really not here yet, and the nice weather's not here. And then like in April showers bring many flowers, so there's going to be a lot of rain. And but that's my perfect. You know how much I love, you know how I love a good rainstorm. It's just that's going to perk me up. That really is going to perk me up. But I don't know. So I stayed on track for my breakfast. I think I added, yeah, you're going to see my breakfast because obviously I've already eaten. But I think I'd only planned for oatmeal and milk. So my breakfast was originally only going to be 1 point, but I think it ended up being 3 points. I think it was 3 points, 3 or 4 points. Because I had a slice of toast with some Aunt Millie's, or not Aunt Millie. I had a slice of Aunt Millie's toast, which is 1 point for the bread. And then 1 Laughing Cow cheese, which was 1 point. So it's 2, 3. Yeah, it was a 3-point breakfast. Because originally we were supposed to go for our sibling dinner tonight. And I had planned on having some cheese ravioli. But Mary has to work some overtime today. She's got Mary's a legal secretary. And there's some big case coming up. So they wanted to get all of their paperwork in a row. So we moved it to Tuesday. Which is working out better because Denise wasn't going to go with us tonight because she's having a colonoscopy on Friday. And she didn't want to have a heavy meal today. And my whole family's the same way. If you're going out to a restaurant, I know, I can order from the healthy option. But if I'm going to pay money, I'm going to pay money for stuff I want to eat. not like something I'm going to settle for. And I know that's not the right attitude. That's one of the reasons I changed my channel name, because that's just not the right attitude. I know that. You can even put it in the comments. You can chastise me for that. I'm really open for it because I know, but I'm still trying to get past that mindset. And Denise said, why would I want to go there and just have some soup and a salad or something? Forgetting the fact that we're getting together. I know that's the whole point of getting together, is just to be together. But the food is a major aspect, because it's been a major aspect our whole life. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. She didn't want to have a lot on her stomach when she's taking her prep tomorrow for Friday. So it worked out well for that. But I still haven't decided what I'm going to have for dinner. Jim's working today, so obviously it'll just be me. But I'll stay within my points. I'll figure out something and just get on with it. But I was going to tell you something about, I was talking about it and just kind of lost my train of thought with it. But I'm watching Life with Pam. I don't know if anybody's watching that. I love that show. It's just, I just can't believe that. I love when because Mary's legal secretary and she had to get all of her papers in a row and all that. Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking of that. That, a good lawyer does make the difference, and a crappy prosecutor makes the difference too. So, but I do like that show, and it's just based on real life in a way. Like yesterday, not to ruin anything, but yesterday's episode kind of explained how Pam, it's just like her upbringing and that. But there but for the grace of God, as they say. So I've had a really good life. I'm planning on having a good life the rest of my life, and just get on with it. And that's all I can think of. So anyway, I'll show you what I had to eat. I'm kind of bummed that I wasn't going to walk. I was really hoping to walk today. Maybe tomorrow. Friday I probably won't walk because I got to bring Denise for her. Oh, that was sad. Somebody, because you can't go in the hospitals for their visits. You have to wait in the car. And this one young couple, the wife had brought her husband to have some kind of surgery, and she was waiting out in the car in the parking garage. And she had her little 6-month-old baby, and they had something wrong with their muffler, and it was really early in the morning because they got there for the procedure. So I'm sure they just kind of thought they'd take a little nap in the car, and they died from carbon monoxide poisoning. It's like, oh my gosh, that's the bad thing, So, but like all that's leading to the fact I'm not going to have the car running. I'm not going to do that, but I have to wait for Denise to have her colonoscopy. I might go to Christy's house while I'm waiting, because Christy doesn't live that far from her. The hospital's about half an hour from my house. Christy's lives about 10 minutes from the hospital, so I'll probably just go over there. She'll be working, but she works from home, so I can just watch TV. Sophia will be in school. And then that's it, I guess. Thought I was going to bring something else up, but once again, escapes me. Just escapes me. It'll come to me. I know it will. It always does. All right. I started off with my apple. I'll show you that. And then move on for the rest of my day. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Nope. I thought it came back, but it didn't. It's still rattling around in there. But when it comes out, I will let you know. Okay, breakfast, we're going to have some oatmeal and grapefruit, a slice of toast, and a hard-boiled egg. Today is Wednesday, March 30th. My quote is, everything will fall into place. You just need to be patient. It's a 3-point breakfast, 0 for my oatmeal, 1 point for a quarter cup of milk, 0 for my grapefruit, egg, and tea, and 2 points, 1 point for the toast, and 1 point for the laughing cow. So it's a 3-point breakfast. There she is. She has to bend down to get me.
Yes, because she's a mere woman in a chair.
Yes, with a blanket on like an old lady. Because I turned the heat down.
A blanket on.
I know, but I turned the heat down.
And a sweatshirt.
I know, I have my heat down.
I went out in the winter with just my vest.
Yes.
That's the difference.
See what a nice
10 years.
Yes, 10 years.
I'll be that in 10 years.
Yes. Well, my thermostat is set down so low because Jim left for work. When Jim leaves for work, I turn it down, and I just put a heavy sweatshirt on and a blanket. But anyway, Denise is bringing me some bananas because she went to Kroger's.
Yeah. Too exciting.
Isn't she nice?
Yeah.
And it's icy out there. Well, it was icy.
It was. It's not now.
But
the temperature.
but
went
now
up.
it's raining, so instead of
it's
making me run out to get the bananas,
I brought them in.
she was a nice sister.
I'm a nice sister.
But I don't know about that.
Anyway,
So,
toodaloo.
bye. Well, I just got a text from one of my subscribers. Diana Antu has just received her 65-pound loss. She got a charm. She made it herself, but it's neither here nor there. Congratulations. I got to look out because I kept thinking I was so far ahead of her. I'm only like a pound and a half ahead of her now. She's catching up. She's catching up. I got to get moving. I got to get crack-a-lackin'. But Diana, congratulations. I'm really proud of you. I know how hard you've been working for this. And, you deserve it. You really do, because I know how hard you've been working. So I'm going to enclose a picture here that she sent me. Congratulations once again, Diana. Okay, I'm going to have a little snack of some grapes and a pretzel rod. I'm going to finish off my little bit of tea. And I want to have a sugar-free Jello pudding, or not pudding, strawberry Jello that my cousin Lynn brought me from Canada. So there we go. I'm going to have some of that. It is a 1-point snack. Okay, it's a 14-point dinner only because of my cheese, but I haven't had cheese in a while, so I'm going to have it. 4 points. Oh, I forgot my wrap. And once again, that's why I like writing things down. Wrap. 1 point. That makes that 15. Makes that 19. So anyway, it's 4 points for my crackers, 3 points for my cheese, 4 points for my provolone, 1 point for an ounce of ham, 0 for my tea, the spinach that's on my sandwich, and the tomato, 2 points for a pudding, and 1 point for a wrap. So I ended the day with 19 points. This is the cheese that I'm using, 3 points for 2 tablespoons. Mustard is free. I only had 1 ounce of the ham. 2 ounces is 2 points, but I only had 1 ounce, so it's 1 point. My wrap is 1 point. My tea is 0. Those are the crackers that I'm having for 4. And that's my spinach. Here we go. Let's go eat. Well, I knew that was a very high point dinner, but let me tell you, it hit the spot. That's all that really matters. So, cheese. I just got to get away from the cheese. I don't like fat-free cheese. And I have to figure it into my plan because this is the way I'm going to eat for the rest of my life. And I love cheese. And I stayed within my points and still enjoyed my cheese. Yep. Going to watch Survivor tonight. And we're supposed to get really high winds tonight. Maybe Jim will get his wish granted and our generator will kick on. I'm sure our neighbors won't like that, but Jim will. That's all that really matters for Jim. Okay, that's going to do it. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.